Hey, beautiful Cancer souls, I need to share something absolutely incredible that just happened during this reading. I've been doing tarot for years, but what came through today left me completely speechless. There's definitely someone from the spirit realm trying to communicate with you right now, and the messages are so clear it's giving me chills. So I was just sitting here with my cards, thinking about all my Cancer viewers, and suddenly I felt this overwhelming presence. Like someone was literally standing behind me wanting to speak. I shuffled my deck and the energy was so intense, I could barely hold the cards steady. Whatever's coming through, it's urgent, and it's meant specifically for you. Let me start with what came through first, because this absolutely blew my mind. I pulled the Eight of Pentacles, and guys, this isn't about work in the traditional sense at all. This card showed up to tell you that someone who passed on has been watching you perfect something important. They've been your invisible mentor, guiding your hands, whispering ideas into your thoughts when you're focused and creating. I'm getting such strong energy around this. There's someone who crossed over who is incredibly proud of how dedicated you've been to mastering a particular skill or craft. They're showing me images of you late at night, working on something that matters deeply to you. And they want you to know they've been right there beside you the entire time. This isn't coincidence when you suddenly know exactly what to do next, or when inspiration strikes from nowhere. The way this card appeared, it was like it jumped out of the deck. That's their way of saying, pay attention, this message is real. They're telling me you have a natural gift that runs in your family line, something that was passed down through generations, and you're meant to take it to the next level. They've been orchestrating synchronicities to help you see this path more clearly. What's fascinating is they're also showing me that recent dreams you've had weren't just dreams. Those moments when you wake up with solutions to problems or feeling like someone was talking to you, that was them. They're trying to communicate through the veil, and your Cancer intuition is picking up their signals perfectly. The next card that came through stopped me in my tracks. The Hermit appeared, but not in the way you'd expect. This isn't about being alone or soul-searching. This spirit guide is showing me that you've been chosen as a light-bearer for others. They're saying your sensitivity and emotional depth aren't weaknesses. They're supernatural abilities that allow you to channel healing energy to people around you. I'm seeing this person who passed on had similar gifts when they were alive. Maybe they were known as the wise one in the family, the one everyone came to for advice, the one who just seemed to know things. They're passing that torch to you now. They want you to understand that when people are drawn to tell you their problems, when strangers open up to you for no apparent reason, when you walk into a room and can instantly feel everyone's emotions, that's their gift working through you. They're showing me specific instances where you've helped people without even realizing it. Times when a simple conversation with you changed someone's entire perspective. Times when your presence alone made someone feel better. You think it's just being a good friend, but they're telling me it's so much more than that. You're channeling divine healing energy, and they've been amplifying your natural abilities from the other side. There's something about water that's significant here too. This spirit connection is strongest when you're near water, the ocean, a lake, even in the shower or bath. They're suggesting you start paying attention to the thoughts and insights that come to you during these moments, because that's when their messages come through clearest. Now, this next card absolutely shocked me, and I had to pull it twice to believe it. The Knight of Swords came flying out, but this isn't about conflict or rushing into anything. This is someone from the spirit realm telling you that a major revelation is coming your way fast. Like within the next few weeks fast. The energy around this card is electric. They're showing me that you've been asking for a sign about something important in your life, maybe about your purpose or about a relationship or a major decision you need to make. Well, this is me telling you that the answer is already on its way to you, and it's going to arrive in the most unexpected way. This spirit is laughing because they're saying you've been looking for this answer in all the traditional places, but it's going to come through something completely random. Maybe a overheard conversation, maybe something you see on social media, maybe through a child who says something profound without realizing it. They want you to stay alert, because when it happens, you'll know immediately that it's the answer you've been waiting for. What's beautiful about this is they're showing me that this revelation will feel like coming home to yourself. Like puzzle pieces falling into place. It's information that will make you understand why certain things happened in your past, why you went through specific challenges, why you're naturally drawn to certain people or situations. Everything is going to make sense suddenly. They're also being very specific about timing. They keep showing me the number 17, whether that's a date, or 17 days from now, or something happening on the 17th of a month. Pay attention to this number. It's their way of confirming that what you experience around this time is definitely the message they're trying to deliver. The next card made me emotional, and I had to take a moment before continuing. The Three of Cups appeared, but this isn't about celebration with friends. This is about a reunion that's impossible in the physical world, but absolutely happening in the spiritual realm. I'm getting such strong family energy here. There's someone who passed on who has been gathering other family members who crossed over, and they're all working together to send you love and support right now. I'm seeing like a spiritual committee that's been formed specifically to help you through whatever you're going through currently. The main communicator, the one who's been trying to reach you the strongest, they're showing me they have specific regrets about things that were left unsaid when they were alive. Not regrets about their choices or their life, but regrets about not telling you certain things that they wanted you to know. They're using this reading as their opportunity to finally say what they couldn't say before. They want you to know that you were their favorite person to be around, even if they never said it out loud, even if family dynamics made it complicated to express. You brought them joy in a way that nobody else could. Your laugh, your sense of humor, the way you cared about everything so deeply, these things were precious gifts to them, and they carry those memories with them now. But here's what's really incredible. They're not stuck in the past at all. They're actively involved in your present life. They're showing me that they've been influencing certain people to come into your path exactly when you needed them. That friend who texted you at the perfect moment, that coworker who offered help right when things felt overwhelming, that stranger who gave you exactly the encouragement you needed. They've been orchestrating these connections. They're also telling me about something you've been worried about regarding your future, something that keeps you up at night sometimes. They want you to stop worrying because they can see further ahead than you can right now, and what you're afraid won't work out is actually going to exceed your expectations in ways you can't imagine yet. Now, I need to talk about this next card because the energy shift was so dramatic I felt it in my whole body. The Queen of Pentacles appeared, but she came through with such maternal, protective energy that I immediately knew this was a mother figure speaking. Whether this is your biological mother, grandmother, an aunt, or someone who was like a mother to you, she is actively working on your behalf right now. I'm getting such strong images of hands working, like she's literally weaving good fortune into your life from the spirit realm. She's showing me that there's something related to your home or living situation that's been a source of stress, and she wants you to know she's handling it. I know that sounds impossible, but the energy around this is so clear. She's influencing the right people, creating the right opportunities, moving obstacles out of your way that you don't even know are there. What's beautiful is she's showing me that your nurturing nature, your need to take care of everyone around you, comes directly from her. Even if you didn't learn it from her while she was alive, it's a soul trait that she passed down to you energetically. She's telling me that every time you cook for someone, every time you offer comfort when someone is sad, every time you create a cozy space for people to feel safe, you're channeling her love through your actions. But she's also concerned because she sees how much you give to others, and she wants to make sure you're receiving the same energy back. She's working to bring people into your life who will nurture you the way you nurture everyone else. If you felt like you're always the giver and never the receiver, that's about to change dramatically. She's also being very specific about finances. She keeps showing me images of abundance, of your basic needs always being met, of unexpected money coming from surprising sources. She wants you to stop worrying about security because she's got that handled from her side of the veil. Trust is what she's asking for. Trust that you're provided for. Trust that you're loved. Trust that everything you need is already arranged. The next message came through so strongly, I felt like someone was sitting right next to me, whispering in my ear. The Page of Cups appeared, and this is about your psychic abilities awakening in a major way. This spirit guide is telling me that you've always had intuitive gifts, but you've been dismissing them as coincidence or overthinking. Those times when you dream about someone and they call the next day. Those moments when you walk into a room and immediately know something is wrong. Even though everyone seems fine, those instances when you think about something and it manifests quickly, these aren't accidents. They're showing me that your connection to the spiritual realm is about to get much stronger. You're going to start having experiences that you can't explain away anymore. Maybe you'll start seeing signs and synchronicities that are so obvious they make you laugh. Maybe you'll begin having vivid dreams that feel more real than waking life. Maybe you'll start sensing the presence of spirits around you. But here's what they want you to understand. This isn't something to be afraid of. This is your birthright as a Cancer. Your ruling planet is the moon, which governs intuition, dreams, and psychic abilities. What's happening is that your natural gifts are being activated and amplified by your spirit guides who want to work with you more closely. They're particularly excited about your ability to receive messages through emotions. When you suddenly feel overwhelmed with sadness for no apparent reason, that might be someone reaching out who needs prayers. When you feel unexpected waves of love and peace, that's confirmation that you're surrounded by spiritual protection. When you get random bursts of excitement about your future, that's them sharing glimpses of what's coming. They want you to start paying attention to your first instinct about people and situations, because that's them feeding you information psychically. Your gut feelings aren't just emotional reactions, they're spiritual downloads from guides who can see things from a higher perspective. Now this next card literally made me gasp out loud. The Ten of Swords appeared, but wait before you worry, this is the most hopeful message possible. This card is telling you that a very painful chapter of your life is officially over. Like, the universe just stamped complete on something that's been draining your energy for way too long. Your spirit guide is showing me that you've been carrying emotional wounds that weren't even entirely yours to carry. Some of this pain was inherited through your family line. Some of it came from absorbing other people's trauma because of your empathetic nature, and some of it was from past life experiences that were bleeding into this lifetime. But they're telling me that all of that is finished now. The Ten of Swords represents a final ending, and what's ending is your time of carrying everyone else's pain. You're being spiritually cleansed and protected in a way that's going to make you feel lighter than you've felt in years. What's incredible is they're showing me that this ending is making space for something beautiful to begin. It's like they had to clear out all this old energy before they could deliver the blessings they've been holding for you. And the blessings are substantial. I'm getting images of you laughing more, sleeping better, feeling genuinely excited about your future instead of just hoping things will get better. There's a sense of freedom coming that you haven't experienced since you were a child. That natural joy and wonder that Cancer energy is famous for, that's all coming back to you. They keep emphasizing that this shift is permanent. You're not going to slip back into old patterns of absorbing everyone's emotional chaos or sacrificing your peace for people who don't appreciate it. Your spirit guides have literally rewired your energy field to repel drama and attract genuine love and support. Here's where things get really interesting. The Ace of Wands came through next, and this is about a completely new creative project that's about to be downloaded into your consciousness. But this isn't just any creative inspiration. This is something that will become a source of income and personal fulfillment. Your spirit guide is showing me that you have an idea brewing in the back of your mind, something you think about when you're in the shower or driving or falling asleep. You might have been dismissing it as just a fantasy, but they're telling me it's actually a divine assignment. They've been planting this seed in your imagination, and now they're ready to help you bring it into reality. What's fascinating is this idea combines your natural nurturing abilities with your creative talents in a way that will help other people while also providing abundance for you. I'm seeing images of you teaching, sharing, creating content, maybe writing or making something with your hands. Whatever it is, it allows you to work from a place of authenticity and emotional connection. They're being very clear that the timing for this is now, not when you feel more confident, not when you have more money, not when circumstances are perfect. Now. They've aligned everything behind the scenes to support this venture. The right people are going to appear to help you. The resources you need are going to show up. The opportunities are going to present themselves. But they need you to take the first step. Even if it's tiny, even if it feels scary, even if you're not sure you're qualified. They're telling me that your Cancer intuition will guide you through each phase, and they'll be sending you confirmation signs along the way to let you know you're on the right track. The next card that appeared made my heart skip a beat. The Four of Pentacles showed up. But this isn't about being stingy or holding too tightly to things. This is about foundations and security that are being built for you by spiritual forces. Your guide is showing me that they're aware of financial worries you've been carrying, concerns about stability, fears about your future security. They want you to know that they've been working tirelessly to create a solid foundation for your life that cannot be shaken by external circumstances. I'm getting such clear images of multiple streams of income flowing toward you. Not just one big windfall, but various sources of abundance that create lasting security. Some of these will come from expected places like career advancement or business success, but others will come from completely unexpected sources that will surprise you. They're also showing me something about property or real estate that will be significant in your near future. Whether that means buying your first home, moving to a better location, or somehow benefiting from property that someone else owns, there's definitely something real estate related in your path that will improve your life substantially. But here's what they really want you to understand about security. True security doesn't come from how much money you have in the bank. It comes from knowing that you're divinely supported and that your needs will always be met. They're asking you to shift from trying to control everything to trusting that you're provided for by forces much more powerful than your individual efforts. They keep showing me the image of roots growing deep and strong. That's what's happening in your life right now. You're developing the kind of stability that can't be destroyed by temporary setbacks or economic changes, because it's based on spiritual principles rather than just material circumstances. Now, I have to tell you about this next card because when it appeared, I felt such overwhelming love that I actually started tearing up. The Six of Cups came through, and this is about healing your relationship with your inner child through messages from family members who've passed on. There's someone who crossed over who deeply regrets that they weren't able to protect your sensitive nature when you were younger. Maybe they were dealing with their own struggles and couldn't be as emotionally available as they wanted to be. Maybe they were physically present but emotionally distant due to circumstances beyond their control. Maybe they passed away when you were too young to understand. Whatever the situation was, they want you to know that they see how it affected you. They see how you learned to be strong too early, how you started taking care of others before you had learned how to properly care for yourself, how you began to see your emotional sensitivity as something to hide rather than celebrate. But they're here now to give you the emotional support and validation they couldn't provide before. They want you to know that your feelings matter, that your needs are important, that you deserve to be taken care of with the same tenderness you show everyone else. I'm getting such beautiful images of inner child healing happening through their presence. They're showing me that when you allow yourself to feel joy without guilt, when you let yourself be silly and playful, when you cry when you need to cry without apologizing, that's them holding space for all the parts of yourself that didn't feel safe to express before. They're also telling me that there's a specific childhood memory that's been bothering you, something you've carried guilt or sadness about for years. They want you to know that from their perspective now, they can see that situation completely differently, and they're sending you peace about it. Let that old pain go. It doesn't serve you anymore. The final card in this reading made me sit back in complete amazement. The Nine of Pentacles appeared, and this is confirmation that everything I've been sharing with you is leading to a period of independence, abundance, and personal satisfaction that exceeds anything you've experienced before. Your spirit guide is showing me a version of your future where you're living exactly the life you've dreamed of. You have work that fulfills you, relationships that nourish you, a home that feels like a sanctuary, and most importantly, complete confidence in your own abilities and worth. What's beautiful about this card is that it represents success that you've earned through your own efforts, but success that's been supported and amplified by spiritual guidance. You're going to look back on this time period and recognize it as the turning point when everything started falling into place. They're showing me that the next year is going to be remarkable for you. I'm seeing celebrations, achievements, recognition for your talents, financial improvements, and a deep sense of personal satisfaction. You're entering a harvest time where all the seeds you've planted through your kindness, your hard work, your faith, and your perseverance are going to bloom simultaneously. But they want you to remember that this abundance isn't just for you. Your Cancer nature means you're naturally generous, and part of your purpose is to be a channel for blessings to flow to other people. As you become more prosperous and stable, you'll find yourself in positions where you can help others in ways that feel deeply meaningful. They keep showing me the image of a garden that's fully bloomed, with you walking through it peacefully, harvesting the fruits of your labor. But it's not just your garden. There are other people there too, enjoying the beauty and abundance you've created. That's the legacy they want you to build. Before I finish, I have to share one more message that came through so clearly it felt like someone was speaking directly into my mind. Your spirit guide wants you to know that you're about to meet someone who will recognize your spiritual gifts immediately. This person will either be a mentor who helps you develop your abilities further, or someone who needs exactly the kind of healing energy you carry. This meeting isn't accidental. It's been arranged by your guides as part of your spiritual education. Pay attention to people who come into your life in the next few weeks, especially if there's an immediate sense of familiarity or connection. Trust your instincts about who this person is and what they're meant to teach you or receive from you. They're also telling me that your dreams are about to become much more significant. Start writing them down because you're going to begin receiving important guidance through your dream state. Some of these dreams will be visits from loved ones who've passed on, and some will be prophetic glimpses of your future. Cancer, beautiful soul. The person from another world who's been speaking to you throughout this entire reading wants you to know that you are so much more loved and supported than you realize. Every struggle you've been through has been preparing you for the incredible life that's unfolding now. Trust your intuition, embrace your sensitivity as the superpower it is, and know that you're being guided toward everything your heart has ever truly wanted. The messages you received today weren't random. They were specifically meant for you, delivered at exactly the right time, through someone who loves you more than words can express.